Hello, I'm Arriana Cornell.
And I'm Donnell from the City School Student Media Team.
And welcome to Building a Generation. Our show highlights all of the amazing things our students, staff, and communities are doing in Baltimore City Public Schools.
Thanks for joining us on our mission to building a generation.
In this episode, we will take a look at a STEM highlight reel from across city schools, and the media team visits University of Maryland.
We'll also take a trip to Dorothy I. Height Elementary School as they explore new technologies and stop by Francis Scott Key's grand opening for their new makerspace.
The nursing program at Edmondson-Westside opens a new lab reporter. Bryce Taylor visits several classrooms at Gwynns Elementary School for Career Day.
We will take a look at how ESOL works at Highlandtown Elementary Middle School number 237 in the first of several stories about ESOL.
Plus, don't forget about the question of the show, so pay attention.
All right, let's get to the first story of the episode. Check out this amazing highlight reel of STEM programs from across Baltimore City Public Schools.
From elementary schools to high schools, our students have a wide range of options to explore their skills in the STEM world. Let's check it out.
This is what happens in our human body when we get a cut and we put hydrogen peroxide on it, only at a bigger scale.
Today we were talking about chemical reactions. So what we did was we mixed hydrogen peroxide, yeast, which is used to make bread, it makes bread fluffy, and we used dish soap and food color. So when you mix yeast and hydrogen peroxide, it creates a chemical reaction.
Oh, yours is
Hello, this is Bass and Salt, and we're at the Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, where students are participating in an experiment to learn more about watersheds and the water in their environment.
In your groups to decide what is a watershed based on this map.
A watershed is when you have an area, it's basically where all the water goes and drains into, like from a mountain. If it drains down from like the peak, it all gathers in one area.
What they did is they just made little mini watersheds of their own. I'd like you to take the marker on your table and I'd like you to color the peak. And when we misted it, the water ran off and trickled down the mountain. So the idea was that's what happens in watersheds. Well, when it rains, water washes down.
Today's lesson is about rational and irrational numbers.
Okay, Taiwan said, I learned that irrational numbers are numbers after the decimal that never stops.
We was working on rational and irrational and terminating decimals and repeating decimals.
Well, we were actually doing activities about rational and irrational numbers because all this week we were actually looking at them. We was learning like a lot of stuff.
Saw a Quizlet, which the kids really love. It gives them that competitive edge to study their vocabulary words. They also were on Google Slides, which they go back and forth just to look at old vocabulary words. We have something called Digital Dictionary where they can look at each module and go back and look at those notes.
It's hot though, it's like it's warmer. Feel it? It is. It is like cool.
So Jaya, what experiment are you guys working on?
Okay, so we're trying to determine if baking soda and road salt is soluble in water. I strongly believe that baking soda is soluble in water from previous experiments, but I don't think road salt is.
Create habitat for animals that might be living in the bay and in the harbor.
One thing I like today is cleaning this oyster right here.
I think it's a good experience for people who love to see this type of thing. But people who wants to be around the water, I think this would be a good experience for them.
My students have made me smile because they have been repeating words that we've learned in the lesson. And they've shown me that they really were engaged in class. That pre-lesson will have them ready for the actual activities that they're going to be doing when they come to the aquarium. And they'll really be engaged because then they can connect the knowledge that they've learned in the classroom to the actual knowledge that they'll need to actually complete the lessons here at the aquarium.
I'm here with Raymond. So Raymond, can you tell me about what you guys are doing?
What we're doing is right now, we are putting our USB inside the computer so we can program, and that program will lead to our robot brain. So when we put it inside of our controller, we'll be able to drive.
I love the robotics club, and I love being here. I never thought that I would be much of a coder or an engineer, but this really brought out of a side of me that I never really saw, so it means a lot to me.
I'm motivated to come to school because the robotics club has something for me to do after school.
They're applying what they're learning in classrooms to be able to build this and to be able to program it, and how it applies to their real world after high school or after college is that there are careers in which these skills directly apply to what they would be doing on a day-to-day basis.
I feel like robotics can help me become an engineer one day.
Yep, and these students are really working hard to learn as much as they can. Creativity is inventing, experimenting, and having fun.
Speaking of creativity, let's dive into our next video where teachers work together to make what they like to call the makerspace.
A makerspace? What's that?
It's a space where students at Francis Scott Key Elementary Middle School go to ask questions, learn from their mistakes, and most importantly, be creative.
Oh, cool. Sounds interesting. Let's check it out. Francis Scott Key's Makerspace was created to help students grow into 21st century learners and thinkers. The teachers and staff faculty's education that fosters ideas and innovation over rote memory.
It's important for our school because our school is like really good, and with this, people are going to have really fun, and then more people will come. You'll get more learning in your brain and get more smarter. I like the springs on the ceiling. Whoa! We can help the kids be good, and we can let them know that fun is fun.
We really try to implore kids to have a growth mindset. So this space is a really great way for kids to come in, make mistakes, solve problems, work together. So just giving them the space and the resources to be able to do that is so important.
Their mission is to push STEM to the next level by inspiring all students to build and engage those who are preparing for competitive schools, colleges, and meaningful careers while understanding the world around them.
I can help other children to get a head start on their education, and like when they get to a higher grade level, then they'll already know the other stuff that they will be learning.
They are working to increase economic literacy, expand cultural empathy and awareness, and help students discover new passions.
It's great to see the inquiry really popping through. It ended up working out really well and gave us automatic feedback of, oh, we should try this instead, or these are things that are a hot commodity, so we need to get some more of those.
In the school provides that opportunity, provides that access for the students to start developing their creative mind, their creative problem-solving abilities, and to develop a sense of confidence in their ability to learn.
Do you know who this is for? Who is this for? Not for me! You guys, wonderful. Kids can come and explore, a place where kids can be who they want to be, dive into what they want to do, be able to create, build with less restrictions than normal classroom is a cool thing for our kids.
This space was created to engage minds and inspire investigations. Also to remind students that failure is a lesson, not an end.
That was very insightful. I feel like those teachers worked really hard to create that innovative environment. The students looked thrilled.
I agree. It's good to give young people a chance to be themselves, make mistakes, and learn from them while also being challenged.
Definitely. Okay, so our next video takes place at the University of Maryland College Park, where the city schools student media team takes a field trip to explore the campus and attend seminars pertaining to journalism.
This J-Day event was a great way for us to network with industry professionals and professors.
And to get a glimpse of the college life on campus. Let's roll the tape.
Recently, the City School Student Media Team visited the University of Maryland College Park for a day with their School of Journalism. The event, J-Day, informs students about the School of Journalism, meeting industry professionals, and taking part in workshops with college professors.
There are education reporters, there are politics reporters, City Hall, there are people writing about the environment, about the Chesapeake Bay, about pollution, there are sports, we basically have anything and everything.
This experience helps students have an open mind for video and digital journalism. It showed me what more you can do with telling stories and using video to make it more interesting for the audience. Some key takeaways were learning how to use new technology to tell stories from the newspapers, using new devices like drones to tell interactive stories, and learning how to use graphic design software for news publications. This has been the City School Student Media Team at the University of Maryland, College Park. See you next time.
Wow, that really got me excited about going to college.
Of course. Have you started thinking about what schools you want to go to when you graduate?
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Clark Atlanta or Penn State University for graphic design.
That's pretty cool. I wanted to attend Morgan State University or MICA to learn animation.
Now, we have to take a quick break, but stay tuned because next we'll take a look at the nursing program at Edmondson-Westside High School as students share their experiences.
And that's all right here on Building a Generation.
What are you doing to prepare for college? Here at Baltimore City Public Schools, there are many opportunities for students to earn college credits while in high school. Dual enrollment allows students to take courses free of charge at local colleges. This way, students get to know what it's really like to be in college. P-Tech is for students interested in a career in technology. Here at City Schools, we have 3 P-Tech programs, and each one comes with a diploma, tuition-free associate's degree, internships, and first access to jobs after graduation. For students who complete one of our award-winning career and technology education programs, they can earn industry certification and college credits. A ton of schools offer advanced placement classes. For students, success in the International Baccalaureate program can result in course credit, scholarships, and other admissions-related benefits after high school. So get a head start on college credits and save money by taking advantage of college prep opportunities right here at Baltimore City Public Schools. To learn more, go to www.baltimorecitysschools.org/college. This has been Jacqueline Hammett with the City Schools Student Media Team. See you next time.
Work is underway on modernizing school buildings, like here at Fort Worthington Elementary Middle School.
The type of school buildings we deserve.
Our new schools will provide community-friendly spaces and be better for our environment. They will allow for innovative technology and 21st century teaching and learning.
The 21st Century School Buildings program is positively affecting my education and my city.
That's right. Learn more about this major commitment from the state, City of Baltimore, and City Schools by visiting baltimore21stcenturyschools.org. Building a brighter future together.
Welcome back to Building a Generation, our show for bringing together the best of what's happening across our very own Baltimore City Public Schools.
That's true because this next story is evidence that proves exactly that.
You're absolutely right. In this story, we're set to learn about the nursing pathway at Edmondson-Westside High School.
Okay, let's go.
We're working on client status. So client status is basically assessing the vital signs of your patient. So one of the main indicators of how healthy or not healthy your patient would be. We'll set the vitals on each other.
We took people's blood pressure and vital sign. You set a timer for a whole minute, and then once it hit 30 seconds, you multiply that number times 2. And then the next 30 seconds, you look at their respirations, which is a inhalation and expiration, that's 1. I feel like I'm already a nurse, like already in that field, already in the hospital, everything.
They added walls so that each patient care area simulated a patient care room. An enormous amount of skills for the kids. We actually got a child mannequin, we got baby sim mannequins as well.
She has different types of breathing. She has a pulse rate, she has a carotid and a radial pulse. You can take her blood pressure. She just had a baby. I'm looking for her systolic pressure, which is the first beat.
It shows that we can learn a lot and we're fast paced and we're going to use this in our work world.
So
So they had to make sure they were looking for the character, the rhythm, was it regular, was it irregular? They had to make sure they got the rate correct and how to not let your patient know that you're currently counting the respirations, because a patient will switch up their breathing pattern.
Well, I feel like our whole school, I think every high school needs that because it gives a stepping stone to us students. So as soon as we get out of high school, there's some people that don't want to go to college, but we got a job.
I get out of high school, I would like to go to college, further my career in the nursing field so I can be somewhere. So this was a kind of big help.
They're excited to learn. And it actually excites me to get their fires lit so that they are ready and prepared for the real world.
Wow, serious students practicing their nursing skills to get certified, getting ready for work, and ready for college all at the same time.
They were working on client statuses, vital signs. Now that's very impressive.
I think it's so cool how these students can take something they know nothing about and practice to become professionals in it while still in high school.
Speaking of something students don't know, let's check out this next story where second graders are learning English at Highlandtown Elementary Middle School, 237.
Could you imagine growing up not understanding the language of anybody around you?
No, but I'm very inspired by the dedication of these students to learn.
Absolutely. Let's check it out.
I'm in here 5 days a week. So twice a week is co-teaching, and 3 times a week we do small groups. Our goal is for them to be as close to a fluent speaker as possible.
I wish I could have her in the room all day long because the kids always need extra support. And because we have such large class sizes, I'm not always available.
Teachers helped me the work I needed, so I learned more English. That's how I became to 4th grade.
Getting to see kids so clearly in front of my eyes improve, but more importantly, sort of how they're able to use their English outside of school to support their families, in school to communicate with peers, and then academically just in with the content.
Looking at different poems so that we're able to explore the different elements of poetry. If it just did it one time, and then it was completely different over here, would it be a pattern? No. No, it repeats.
She helped us by practicing words that we don't know. I just answer questions. Don't be a lazy kid. The thing that is great having these 2 teachers because I can learn more comes to me. And then when she goes to another person, and then when I need help, I just raise my hand right away. The other one comes. She's helping us of what the rules are going to be for poetry and what we need to add to make it a good poem. If you don't know English, I think it can help you a bit.
Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We have to do a lot of planning, so that requires a lot of communication, a lot of collaboration. And then it's just a matter of kind of building off of each other's strengths. So the things that I'm stronger at, I'll take the lead on, and things that she's stronger at, she'll take the lead on. They're getting that extra support all the time in the classroom, and we're constantly making sure that everything, all of the material is accessible to them at all times.
When I just got in here, I just know just a little bit English, but when I just come here, I just got more English, more understanding, and more answers.
I think it's giving them an opportunity to really be exposed to the content and to grade level material. We've been able to really support not just our ELLs, but sort of all the students in the room because of the co-teaching.
I got motivated more and more to coming to school because I knew I learned how to speak English very well, just like other kids. And I like to learn because my mom is always telling me that if I learn, I'll go to college.
Those kids look excited being in class.
I agree. Poetry will help them better develop English language skills.
Yeah, And having 2 teachers in one classroom is awesome for those students who may need more help.
Our next story takes us to Gwynns Elementary School, where a career day is happening and students are having a great time.
And our very own Bryce Taylor has a story. Take it away, Bryce.
Hey, it's Bryce Taylor, and I'm here at Gwynns Falls Elementary because it's American Education Week, and today is Career Day. So let's check it out and find some fun along the way.
And I'm supporting and mentoring the students who are majoring in engineering.
It's important that we share with our young babies now how important it is to start thinking about career choices.
So this week is American Education Week, and today just happens to be Career Day. So we're going to check out a few classrooms where people are telling the kids about their jobs.
I had to. My mom was a single parent, so it was just one of those things where I had to step up, be the man in the house, even though I was the younger brother. So then, to take the place of my dad, I started looking up to other people. I had role models, positive role models that came into my life that helped me become the man I am today.
You tell me, what does Mr. Price do? What is his job?
He works, he makes sure no kids have bad grades, and he works for children.
Can you tell me, Mr. Price, what were you talking to the kids about?
Just about the elements I was used to when I was growing up, the survival tactics my mom used to raise me and get me to be the young man I am today.
Now I'm in the 4th grade class where the students are going to tell me a little bit about what they are learning today.
We're learning about the longitude and the latitude lines around the map and the globe, and that we get to learn new things. We get to go on special field trips, and lots for us to learn.
My language arts, and it's just inspiring to me.
So I'm here at the final destination in our Gwynns Falls trip, and I decided to come down here to the pre-K room where a little girl's mom is teaching the kids how to ice cupcakes. Why were you happy about icing the cupcake?
I like icing cupcakes because icing tastes good.
Mr. Mosley, why do you feel that it's important that you as a principal are really a part of the students' lives?
One is to set a positive example for them, to be in place to show them that they are able to become leaders. And they too can be positive role models. We nurture them, we care for them. When they're sick, we pamper them and we make sure that they are well taken care of. So if we don't have a family essence here, we're missing the mark to meet our children's needs.
What an amazing visit. I got to see my old middle school principal, Mr. Mosley, and I also got to see how much family truly means to everyone in this building. This has been Bryce Taylor with the City Schools Student Media Team. Bye.
Oh, the little kids were so cute decorating cupcakes.
And Principal Mosley is a true leader of his school.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's time for the
Question of the show. Okay, in which school did teachers create the makerspace? A, Edmondson-Westside High School. B, Gwynns Falls Elementary. C, Francis Scott Key Elementary School. Or D, Dorothy I High School. The correct answer is coming up right after these messages.
These are our future: engineers and electricians,
software designers and doctors,
construction workers and childcare providers.
They will build apps and houses, create menus and video games,
work with cutting-edge technology and kids.
They'll be found in classrooms and courtrooms, construction sites, and computer labs.
They are Baltimore City Public School students. They are career and technology education.
I am a Baltimore City Public School student.
I'm Lara Goma, Baltimore City Public School.
maa ngi dëkk ci Baltimore City bi.
Salut, je suis une élève de Baltimore City Public School.
Soy un estudiante de Baltimore City Public Schools. أنا طالب في مدارس بالتيمور الحكومية.
We are Baltimore
City Public School students.
And we celebrate diversity
every day.
Welcome back. Now it's time for the answer to the question of the show. Out of all the schools that we visit, which school did the teachers create the makerspace? A, Edmondson-Westside High School. B. Gwynns Falls Elementary School, C. Francis Scott Key Elementary School, or D. Dorothy I. Heights?
The correct answer is C. Francis Scott Key Elementary School, a place for students to come to event and stimulate their minds.
And now, let's check out the last story of the episode. It takes place at Dorothy I. Heights, where students explore new technologies to help with learning and parents get engaged.
Let's take a look.
Hey, this is Caleb Bogarts for the City School Student Media Team here at Dorothy I. Heights Elementary, one of our 21st century schools, where I heard they're doing big things. Let's go check it out. So now I'm in this huge part of the school with just pre-K and kindergartners, and I'm about to go look at them work at their sight words.
He circled the sight word hat. Ooh, he's on fire. Woo, 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 woo.
We do have a new curriculum in what we call Wit and Wisdom, anthologies that they use, and just the amount of work in terms of like the writing and the questioning.
So I heard some kids were working on some beats and rhythm in music class, so let's go check it out.
So, can someone show me an example of a rhythm? Yes, good job, good job.
I was clapping out beats. I want to learn music.
So I'm continuing my journey at Dorothy I. Heights, and I heard some second graders will learn how to code. I gotta go look at this. I'm here with Amira in this coding class with second graders. Can you tell me what you were doing?
We was making our own projects on Scratch Junior. Scratch Junior is like when you make your own background and like your own people.
So what were you making?
We was making the sun go down and the moon. And this is where all the characters are, and then we just tap the sun, and then we put it right here, and then we went to that and we brought these down. I like coding so much that I want to learn about it, and then when I grow up I can become a teacher.
That's good.
Like amazing to see like their whole face like blow up as soon as they get like this little thing just to move across the screen.
As a part of arts integration, mainly to give our children kind of a different spin on technology.
If you thought coding was cool, wait till you see what's going on in this classroom. Technology does not stop at Dorothy I. Heights.
Just experiment with the sphero balls. So a part of being a 21st century school, we got a lot of new technology into the school. So the sphero balls, we have some drones, makey-makeys. So just giving them a chance to explore them, see what it does, what is coding, how can they do it, make it move and do things.
Can you tell me how you like your new school?
I think it's pretty good. It has a lot of technology and it looks nice.
So now I'm at Miss Hatcher's class where they're measuring water to learn math. Can you tell me what you were doing in class?
We are measuring water with milliliters and liters. Every time we measure it, we gotta pour it in the bottle and add 100 more, and then we get 300. It helps me learn about more things, so when I go to college, I can know everything I need to know.
On the first Friday of every month, parents come in to talk, have breakfast, and today are discussing arts integration.
How do you express yourself through art? Mom said poetry, another mom said knitting, somebody said pottery.
Arts integration has many benefits. They begin to associate going to school with fun.
We have a host of special guests, special activities. It really has increased our parent engagement. Parents also get a chance to interact with each other and sometimes have fun.
Wow. This school is full of so many opportunities that will impact the students for so many years to come. This is Caleb Bogarts for the City School Student Media Team. See you at the next school.
Wow, it was really amazing to watch our City Schools reporter, Caleb Bogarts, explore math and technology classes at Dorothy I. Heights Elementary School.
I couldn't agree more. Technology is powerful. You can master the world just by a click of a button. Well, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of this episode of Building a Generation. Thank you for joining us and sharing the wonderful stories of our school community.
Be sure to watch Education Channel 77, and for more, head to vimeo.com/cityschools or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're everywhere. I'm Donnell Donaparte.
And I'm Ariana Cornell.
Thank you for building a generation. See ya.